Hello and welcome to Dell's Gaming, and this is From the Depths and another quick Royal Navy fleet review of a ship I will be bringing into adventure mode. So first of all I will go through some history of the ship, then we'll have a walk around looking at how I fitted it out, then we'll do some combat testing, go and look at the description for links if you want to skip any part. So, first of all, a bit of history. So the Hastings class was a sloop of war built approximately 1930s, and yeah, there was 5 actually built of this class, the 4 for the Royal Navy and 1 for the Indian Navy. They were primarily built as, in peacetime, long-range patrol vessels, so they would be away from the UK patrolling areas of the sea and shore areas. And in wartime, their main role was as minesweepers and escorts. At the their initial armament was 2 4-inch guns, a quad 50 cal anti-air gun, and 4 depth charges on the rear. Throughout their career they were actually gone through various rearmaments, refits, and served in different areas, and some were actually disarmed at one point and then rearmed at the beginning of World War II. During World War II, during those rearmaments, they were refitted primarily a lot of the times with better AA guns. So the Hastings, for example, had extra 20 mils Olicans added to it during its escort roles, and some of the others had pom-poms, and some had additional depth charges going up from the original 4 up to as many as 80 on the HMS Penzance. They were supplied with geared turbines from their steam engines, which meant that they were built at military dockyards rather than commercial yards, unlike the Flower corvettes and some of the earlier ships that just used triple expansion steam engines. So that's the history of them. Quite successful in their role, did many escorts and minesweeping operations throughout World War II. Right, now for a quick little walk around. So we're on the bow at the moment with a 4-inch gun. So this is a 102mm gun. Nothing hyper special about it. Approximately 50 rounds a minute. It's mainly designed to slightly dual purpose, but take out bits of wood. It's not designed to penetrate hard, but more disable ships. We have a 20mm on each of the bridge wings, in keeping with some of the armaments that they would have been fitted with. Going backwards, we'll get up into the bridge in a minute. We've got the quad pom-pom in the center point. On some of the pictures there was a 20mm in that center, but I put the pom-pom in up there. Then we've got there was a little area on the back on some of the photos where there was a spotlight and some machine guns. Another 4-inch gun. Then we'll go down the steps, and we have at the back, we've got an anti-missile system here, just to basically give us a chance against these From the Depths craft. And then we have the depth charge system. This one is actually throwing out small torpedoes. So these are torpedoes land in the water and then high speed toward the target that they detect. There is also a little transporter on the back there. Let's now go back up here and then we can have a look inside. So that's the armaments. I should say this isn't highly armored. We have basically a layer of alloy and then an extra layer of wood on the side on these. If I just go into build mode, I think you'll find on the side, yes, we've got basically alloy slope backed by wood and a second bit of wood on some occasions, but the main beam is an alloy slope and wood. Reason for alloy slopes, just to keep the cost down. We've got the AP from the alloy, but it's just a cost-saving exercise as much as anything. Right, let me take that off, go back in here. Other bit is it is configured for adventure mode to be 1500 meters for attack and defense. So we're looking at being an escort that stays with the flagship. That won't work in campaign mode, but works nicely in adventure mode. Right, going down, we'll have a look underneath. So we can get down here and down the steps, and we're in the main hold at the first point, and then forward of here we have the boiler room. So we had one funnel, so we got one boiler room, and we got ACBs which basically turn the boiler on based upon battery level. So during combat, when the battery starts running low down to 50%, it will actually turn it on to a higher rate, so that turns the boiler up to maximum, and then once we're in cruising mode, it runs at a much lower rate on the boiler, just to keep everything nice and efficient. Then we have the AA room. Oops. Oh, come here, we'll look at that later. Nothing forward of the AI room, which does have some metal surrounding it just to give a bit of extra armor to the AI. With boilers, yes, I was just thinking you can run them at 100% all the time. I don't like doing that. You shovel in what you need, no more. In the cargo room, we do have some side anti-missile so anti-torpedo defences, so these will fire out interceptors torpedoes. And then at the back we finally have the turbine and engine room, so we have two turbines and we have batteries, and finally the cranks for the propellers. To maximise efficiency, the ACBs here will turn off the turbines based upon battery power, so we're not only using the turbines when they are required, and then they will use the maximum amount of energy. So if the battery is at 90%, it will turn off this turbine, and if this if we go here, is this one on? Oh, this one's permanently on, so this one is on all the time, producing some battery energy enough to power the ship in this cruise mode. And this one will only come on when the battery goes down a bit, so we're basically in combat. So let's go back to the bridge and give it some combat. So just while we're going up to the bridge, cruise speed is approximately 12 meters a second, and this will go up to about 20 during combat mode, which is enough for this what we're up against at the moment. And why did you do that? Yes, I do. We went there just to see the other little anti-missile system. Let me get back into the bridge. Before we finally go into combat, I should point out some of the block sizes. So this is a 52k resources, and it has a firepower of 28.25, armor of 15.2. Again, not a great firepower for its cost, but that's reasonable for what we're building, and it has 25,000 resources on board, which was in my 50% for my adventure mode. Plenty of room if you want to expand the cargo underneath. So as a combat test, we need to test against some ships which would catch up the cargo ship we are escorting. So brought in a Jacob Scorn and a Frantic Chicken as a couple of Deepwater Guard ships which of similar firepower and enough speed to be able to catch us up. So the basic freighter will go into runaway mode, and the Hastings will just keep up with the cargo ship and basically fire its long and medium range guns at the incoming enemy ships until they're within about 1500 meters, at which point it will start closing in. So initially it's using its 4-inch guns. About 2000 meters the pom-pom would come into play, which is coming in now. If we go, oops, let me come off of that. Let's go and have a look how that's doing. The pom-pom is actually having a go at Jacob's Scorn as the closest target at the moment. Remember that our priority is to disable ships so that we can get away in adventure mode. It's not necessarily to kill everything, it's to make sure the cargo ship can get away. We have the Frantic Chicken up there as well. We have our missile interceptors firing at incoming missiles. And now we have the mine torpedoes launching. So they will launch up, they will drop into the water, and then they will speed off towards whatever they have been they detect and start to target. In this case, I think it will be the Scorn, which has been at least partially disabled and slowed down, which, as we said, is the primary idea to act as an escort. I like the frantic chicken. He doesn't fly quite as well. It's okay in the stable mode, but doesn't fly well in the normal mode. So we've taken out the Scorn, and now we would be just working our guns over on the Frantic Chicken. So everything's going to be working through. There's quite a lot of missiles coming through that Frantic Chicken, so we're having to weather the storm, and the cargo ship is being allowed to get away, which is great and effectively what we need from this vessel. The chicken's getting hit by the various guns, the 48 and the 4 inches, and hopefully will be disabled, or, as I say, at least it's not going for the cargo ship. So that's the combat test. It's doing its job. Is it a one-shot killer? No, this is designed to work as a group and defend a fleet. It potentially wouldn't be on its own. It would be with other sloops or the Flower Corvette or Fairmeals, etc., helping to defend the fleet and hold up any attacker whilst the cargo ship hopefully is allowed to get away. So that is it for the review. Any comments, as always, leave them down below. I'm going to be building some more powerful ships. We're at the early stages at the moment, but we're early in adventure, so this is for use in early in adventure and early in a campaign, and could be modified and improved in various ways to make it a little bit more powerful. But yes, this is a historical sort of representation of the HMS Hastings class sloop. So until next time, as always, have fun designing the ships, keep playing the game, and have fun.